Hey everyone, welcome to our Wednesday stream.
Hello.
Welcome everybody.
We don't have Rob with us today. He's on a flight right now, so we're doing today's AMA without him.
We got this.
He'll be back next week.
Yeah.
We got this. He'll be back next week.
Yeah.
Feedback loop.
Who's listening to the stream?
Not me.
Someone seems to have it open.
Marco, I think.
That's all right.
There we go.
All right.
All right.
I didn't actually share my screen with the stream yet. Let me do that real quick. But
do we wait a couple minutes to let people come in? I know a lot of people
will
watch it. Yeah,
people will watch back. Let's just get right into
dive in.
Get going. Yeah. So I'm just sending out. Aaron, you want to launch off? I'm just going to send off on Telegram, Discord that we're live.
Yep.
So I know we wanted to talk about today the 2023 roadmap, go over the different things that we have planned, and give a little extra detail about things that are people should be expecting this year. It's going to be an amazing year.
Yeah, for all bombers.
Oh yeah.
So shall I pull up the roadmap page?
Yeah.
Telegram message comes. It's got like 5 different devices beeping at me.
While we're waiting, I'll post a little comment. Hey there, everyone. Hope you're all having a great day. I know I am. Thank you very much. Hope you are as well.
Man, we're having so many huge developments every day. It's hard not to be excited over here. Oh man,
hard to keep up.
Yep.
It's.
Hey,
I could talk briefly about what Demos pulled off yesterday. It was insane.
Let's go with it.
In terms of the bridging and the bomb, the bridging side that we're going to be handling for Wrap BTC, for all the coins that we're going to support staking on. That took a huge development leap yesterday.
Yep.
Much quicker than I thought he was going to be able to do that. So
yeah, Demos is a beast.
He is insane. Very lucky to have really everyone on the team. Him in terms of development, he's a rock star. Nothing against any of our other developers. We're all rock stars. He just surprises me day after day. Pretty crazy.
Alrighty, let's dive into our roadmap a little bit, and it's really exciting to see all the things we've got planned for 2023. So I know we've got our app launch, and we'll talk about some contingency planning on the part where Apple hasn't actually approved us yet. And so I know things seem like they're kind of in a stagnant state right now, but we've got a contingency plan, which we'll get to in the marketing update. And so, the big goal for 2023 was to get the app launched, and we've succeeded in that. For everybody that's on Android, you can see how awesome the app is. We've got a bunch of users coming in. People are already creating stakes. People are starting to refer. But again, we're not doing the marketing until the Apple comes out. So what happens after the app? Well, that's what we're here to talk about today. And there's just so much exciting things happening. I mean, we just launched a new blockchain. And so when that happens, the amount of possibility on these things is just incredible. So we're going to have Aaron talk through some of the roadmap items and how it's going to benefit Bomb Chain, how it's going to benefit the Bomb token, and what's going to happen overall to the ecosystem as a result of just some of the things we're building out on Bomb Chain.
Yeah. Activity on Bomb Chain has been quite high since we launched the app. Our vaults are really doing quite great. If you haven't bridged Bomb over to get involved in the vaults, I highly recommend doing so. Not financial advice, but they've been flying. APRs are, everything seems to be over 1% a day, except for the Bomb Swap, X-Bomb Swap, really close.
0.98, not too shabby.
Yeah, but the price appreciation on Bomb Swap, I think it was 30 cents. Now let's take a look at the swap page. Now we're up to 346, so nice 11 times since launch, and our emissions are so low on this token that I really see that likely continuing to appreciate in value. On the long
Yeah, it's very similar to like the sushi swap and pancake swap tokens. So, and you know how successful those are, and we're just starting to get activity on the chain. So all the trades that happen on there are all going to help bomb swap, right? So it's just perfect time to be getting involved in something new here.
Yeah. So just to elaborate on that a little bit, so we have the stake option here, which you stake bomb swap for X bomb swap.
I think your screen might be frozen.
Yeah, same here.
Oh, okay. Let me fix that. Oh, you know what? There we go. So I'll just do this. Oh, I already clicked that. Just to show you guys. So you can deposit bomb swap and get back X bomb swap. This ratio will always be going up. Pretty much whenever an LP is made, a small percentage of them go towards what we call the reward maker contract, which I won't claim that we made from scratch. It was, just a slight slight variation of what Sushi Swap has with a different name. You can hear a baby crying. Got good ears. I couldn't hear that. So basically what happens is that a small portion, like let's actually go look at a transaction where like a LP was made, which pretty much be the vast majority of these transactions probably. So BFIN with ETH, so BFIN with BOM, that's going to count as one of those. So if we just look down here for reward maker, where is it? Oh, there it is. So here, like, 1.17 LPs went right to reward maker, right? So next time the reward maker, basically what it does is it has a function that will just take the contents of those LPs and it will just sell them for bomb swap. And that bomb swap, just very similar to how X bomb works, that bomb swap goes into the X bomb swap contract, which increases the ratio of bomb swap to X bomb swap.
Yeah.
So it's just, as bomb swap gains more popularity and more LPs are made, there's going to be more and more LPs built up. And actually, we haven't called the function to collect on those in a while. So, I mean, you can just see there's like 5 LPs. This is probably the bomb swap bomb LP. But the other ones still have, some fairly decent amounts as well. So it just really anybody could actually call the function that converts, but we'll automate all that so it happens every day or whenever it builds up to a certain amount. And again, that will increase this ratio here. So your X bomb swap will become worth more and more every time that's done. And as well, we wanted just like Sushi Swap. We didn't really do this with X bomb, but Sushi Swap, they make their X Sushi token liquid, right? So you can just buy the X Sushi directly, and instead of having to buy sushi and stake it. So we wanted to go with the same approach there. It also, creates further demand for bomb swap and X bomb swap to have a farm that's paying 1% a day for that pair. But yeah, and again, that makes it tradable. So if you want to buy X bomb swap, you can. Cost you 8 bomb. Actually, should I jump into arbitrage now, or should we talk about maybe get into that a bit later?
We're already here. We can just show arbitrage, and I'll pull up the link to.
Yep.
Actually, you've already got it there, but yeah, the blog that Rob put together.
Yes. Okay, I'll pull it up here, and we'll post the link in the chat as well. Yeah, Rob wrote an excellent blog post on how to make money with arbitrage. It can get a little bit complicated if you're trying to like min max to the right to the exact penny, but it's not that difficult based on our current situation of having a ton of liquidity on BSC for BOM and BTCB, and then just looking at what BOM is going for in the the pairs on bomb swap. So yesterday let's post this to the chat just so they got access to it. Hear that?
There we go.
So just to give you guys an example, like last night I noticed that BOM was like almost 90 cents on bomb chain. So pretty much all I did is I came here, I looked at USDC BOM. I said, okay, 1 BOM, what's it worth? Okay, so now it's only 57 cents. So right now there's a huge arbitrage opportunity right now that I just randomly identified. This is the opposite of what I identified yesterday. But so with this, what you would want to do is you would want to look at what is BOM going for On BSC, where there's more liquidity, well, it's 69 cents. Well, over here, you can buy it for 57 cents. So what you'd want to do is you'd want to, basically buy BOM here at a discount until the price is, at an equilibrium with where the big liquidity is, which is on BSC. So to do that, you could either use fresh BOM, or you could sell BOM here to take USDC over to BOM chain and then use that to buy the BOM. That's how you do it. Or if you're looking to buy BOM, you could just go ahead and buy it here instead. So again, to do that, you would just basically bridge USDC to BOM chain, and you would buy your BOM here, and then you could either utilize that BOM on BOM chain, or you could bridge it back to BSC if you have some use for BOM there, such as XBOM or any of the other different things you can do with it, like LP bonding or anything like that. Actually, well, I just mentioned LP bonding. Let me just, I noticed that we actually were out of BOM for the LP bonding program, so I did replenish it yesterday. So anyone that's looking to do that, I think there's a pretty big discount on the B share BNB. I better connect. Oh, looks like BTC is recovering a bit. Dipped down from like 21.6 to like 26, but looks like it's coming back up. Yeah, you got a 12.8% discount on B share BNB LP bonding. So I think that's why, I usually monitor that wallet pretty closely, the one that supplies BOM for LP bonding, but it was sitting at like over 6,000 BOM for a couple of days. So I hadn't looked at it for a couple of days after that, and sure enough, it was out of BOM. So
someone scooped it up.
Yeah, I got to set some kind of alert or something just so I can replenish it, because I think it was dry on BOM for maybe 4 days or so.
Ooh.
So I apologize for that, but it's been taken care of now. So nice 12.8% discount on BOM if you just throw some B share BNB LPs in here.
Beauty.
So thought I'd bring that up after I mentioned it.
Yeah, and on the arbitrage, what you were showing there, and the article goes into it more in depth, but just to summarize, because it is somewhat of a complex strategy, but if you read through the article, it kind of explains how to do it. And the cool thing is it's not just applicable on BOM chain, right? Like arbitrage, that you can find it anywhere, except on more popular chains, there's millions of people that you're competing with here, right? So with so far not
there's
that many people using it, you as Aaron just identified, there's a 10-cent swing on BOM between the chains right now.
Yeah, like let's just demonstrate like how much money can be made, like it's because it's quite easy to do. And keep in mind, just to add on what Marcus had just said, there's gonna, like right now there's not a ton of eyes on BOM chain. That's going to change very soon. So whether that's people that are just doing it manual arbitrage, like I'm going to demonstrate right now, or there's going to be bots that come onto BOM chain and that are watching every single pair, and they're going to be equalizing the prices every time there's an opportunity. That's going to happen in the future. So right now you could actually catch some pretty crazy arbitrage opportunities that won't be available in the future. So again, let's look at this. So 57 cents, that's all that it cost to buy BOM with USDC right now on BOM chain. So price is around 69 cents. So we're looking at, we need like a 12-cent increase. So, basically what we want to see is we want to see like our median, like buy price, like halfway in between there. So like, like maybe 63 cents. So let's see how much you have to buy to get that up to 63 cents. So 200 doesn't quite do it. So, I mean, if I was doing this, I'd probably start with that and just see where the price settled after that. But let's just take a look. So 400, so I can get 402 BOM for 250. Let's switch over to BSC and see if I take that 402 BOM and sell it to USDC, what I get. Something like that. That's right. So you can make $23 right now without losing a token. Well, I guess there's a very minimal bridge fee, but besides, you'd make over $20 basically. Like pretty huge for a
For those watching live, there's a big bonus for you. Everyone's gonna race to see who does that first. But yeah, and then this is just like one token that Aaron stumbled upon here, and as the article says, there's opportunities on every pair, right?
Yeah. So the quick way that like I would check this is I would just go on BOM chain and I would just say like BOM to USDC or whatever, or I'd really do the stable coins are the easiest ones to do. Oh wow, so this one's down at 48 cents too. So someone's zapping a lot of BOM into the stable pairs. That's basically what would cause that price to drop like that. So I wish I could take advantage of this right now if we weren't in the middle of an AMA. Yeah, so it looks like somebody's zapped in quite a bit of BOM. because all the USD prices are a little bit lower. And that might be because just like the APRs are pumping so much that people want to get into a lot of those vaults.
Yep.
Let's take a look at those. So yeah, I mean, like it's over daily here. You know,
can you scroll up a bit? Look at that TVL. That keeps rising and rising.
Wow.
Max Campos actually just wrote about that. Keeps going up, but yeah, it really.
I think it was 30K lower when he wrote that.
I think it was. Somebody aped in. It's amazing.
Yep.
Well, yeah, as you can see, things, I mean, it's so new that any amounts just grow everything, exponentially still. So getting in this early before millions and millions come onto a layer 1 blockchain, all of your investments now, if that does happen, would grow exponentially.
Yeah. Like I think honestly, when I woke up, this was around 20K. Like I think this has grown 50% today. Yeah. And again, like, I think I forgot to mention it earlier, but Bomb Swap is very similar to Cake and Sushi, but our emissions are drastically lower. So, right now we're on a 3 times multiplier. Actually, let's just pull that up real quick. Where's Bomb Swap? I just look at the emissions real quick on this. So for one, we started with only 10,000 tokens, which is extremely low. And our emissions are only 0.01 Bomb Swap per block, which I think Cake does 1 cake per block, if I'm not mistaken. And I think their bonus was 10 times for the first little bit. So our emissions are drastically lower. We have a bonus going until block 5.15 million, like 5,150,000, which is tripling the amount of Bomb Swap that's emitted, just to kind of drum up some activity at the beginning. So that's only 864 Bomb Swap a day, and that's going to drop down to a third that, which is 288 after we hit block 5 million approximately. So where are we at right now? I think we're just a little over 1 million.
Checking right now. The Cake tokenomics.
1,180,000 is how many blocks we've gone through. So
40 per block for Cake.
40 per block?
40 per block.
Holy
so that's
cow.
Your coins get diluted
like
very quick.
Wow. Yep. Okay, I didn't know it was that high. And again, like it's you can't, like, it's a little bit different if you compare with Sushi because their blocks are a lot slower. But Cake actually has 3-second blocks like us, and they're doing 40 a block. Wow. That's a lot of emissions.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, like, I'm very bullish on Bomb Swap token, just because the emissions are as low as they are, and Cake has hit $20 in when markets were doing better. And I mean, if you look at emissions, where does that put us at? We could potentially be in the hundreds. So still at an embryonic stage here on Bomb Swap. Have not
Speaking of Bomb Swap, we've still got the lock bonus. We're going to be airdropping to those people that locked up a bomb early, and so we'll be announcing what day that is on the next Bombshell Monday when you're going to get your Bomb Swap airdrop.
See the price of Bomb Swap?
Woo.
Wow.
Rocketing.
Yeah. Bomb is on fire. So is Bomb Swap. Woo.
Got a question? Let's handle that. Bridge working for ledgers now. So before we answer the rest, so the bridge, the step that was required that made it incompatible with Trezor and ledgers, that step seems to have been removed from Anchor. So so the Anchor bridge, which again, if you go to bombchain.com, which is going to forward us there. So yeah, this is working for Ledger and Trezor. And just a reminder for everyone, just make sure that you complete all the steps before you leave this page. So, maybe I don't really have any bomb to bridge over right now to demo, but you have to send the bomb, then you have to wait for the transaction to kind of confirm. Then it's going to say switch network. Then you switch network, and then it's just going to say claim. So just to make sure that you can get your your bridged assets immediately, just make sure you stay there until you hit that claim button, and then it'll switch to saying close, which basically means you're all done. But let's address the second part of that question. How do I get BUSD on Bomb Chain, bridge USDC, and swap? So right now there's not a ton of liquidity on the stable coin. So we are going to have a stable coin swap that we're going to deploy. We'd love for another outside developer to deploy that on Bomb Chain, but just so that our entire community and BombChain users can have access to a high quality stablecoin swap. We'll launch that very soon, either like a Balancer V2 fork or a Curve fork. Haven't quite decided yet, although I really like Balancer V2, so we'll probably go with that. Then that gives us the option to have all kinds of different crazy pools that have up to 8 tokens, and you can do the stable swap. So you basically can get like a 1-to-1, very close to a 1-to-1 exchange rate, even with a lot lower liquidity, just because it knows that the tokens are basically supposed to have the same intrinsic value. But yeah, so to answer your question though about BUSD, what we can do is go back over to BombSwap. Let's go over to BSC. And you will see we have this bridge to BombChain new menu item here. So what this is using our bridge that we built. This is the bridge that we're going to be using through our mobile app, and it was designed for extreme user simplicity and ease of use. So really the way that this works, I mean, not everyone has to know exactly how this works under the hood, but basically every user has their own unique deposit address. So this is mine. So if you guys send money here, I'm going to get it. So feel free to go ahead. But just to make it even simpler, you can pick BUSD or BTCB, put however much you want. This is actually just going to send the token to your deposit address. And basically what we have is what we built in the back end is just, something that monitors for transactions. And basically you're going to get credited on BombChain within like a minute max. So yeah, it's really as simple as that. In terms of bridging these, so these are the 2 assets we support right now. We're going to expand on those very soon. But in terms of bridging back to BSC, that is not quite ready yet, but we had some really great advancements in that department yesterday. So we're pretty much ready to implement that. I'd say I don't want to promise, but likely within the next day or 2, you'll be able to use a similar function on BombChain to bridge right back to BSC. Because the difficult parts of building that we've already basically got done. So yeah, it's just the final touches now that need to be put on it. And obviously we need to make sure it's extremely secure, the most important thing. So yeah.
Very cool. Yes, it is indeed.
And actually, yeah, just to talk quickly about Apple, it really is like I've never seen anything like this, like with how long they're taking to approve, and like the kind of the messaging that they're giving us is not very detailed at all. It's just we need to check out your app and your developer account in more depth, something along those lines. And
we got another message last night too, which didn't say that much more. Just we're reviewing it. We'll let you know. Very vague and same kind of message, but we got a new one.
But did they put the reject stamp on it and along with that message? Because that's what they did last time.
No, this is in regards to an expedition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good news.
But it was basically the same kind of response. Very vague. It apparently takes 90% of the apps get approved within 24 to 48 hours, I believe. Somehow we fell between that 10% crack.
But that might be based on developer accounts that have already established apps, though.
Possibly,
right? Because like a lot of developers have numerous apps. So if they don't say brand new developers get 90% in one day, it's probably that's just their whole overall ecosystem.
Yeah, that's true.
I think a lot of their messaging said that they would need to look at our developer account as well, not just the app.
Yeah,
which I don't know what would be fishy about that, except for I don't ever use Apple for anything. Who's this non-Apple guy that's submitting an Apple app? Should I have somebody else submit it? But yeah,
hoping for Bitcoin to hit 25K by the end of the week. So am I.
I think there's some people might be taking shorts, so if they start getting squeezed, definitely possible. Definitely possible.
Yeah.
Whoa.
This way.
Wait, did that just jump again? Or is that already at that high?
No, I think it was around that.
Oh, okay. That is nutty.
But it keeps going up, which is amazing.
Yep.
So as you're talking about the bridge and some of the things you're hoping to get built on, I think that's one of the huge parts of the 2023 roadmap is that we need to start getting builders on BombChain, and some of the plans we have for that. We have a few, we have the documentation ready on bombchain.com, which that site's going to be live shortly. So we have a developer guide on there, and then we're going to start incentivizing certain protocols and projects that we actually want on BombChain. And of course, it's a public blockchain, so anybody's free to just build whatever they want as well.
Yep. Yeah, we noticed some of the some blockchains have been deploying as permission blockchains where you got to get whitelisted to build, and while we won't be endorsing any developers unless we're very comfortable with them and familiar with them, and we've established a partnership. We're definitely not limiting who can build on BombChain. It's anybody can bridge a little bit of bomb over and start deploying contracts and build dApps and all kinds of cool stuff for the bombers to play around with and hopefully make some money with. But yeah, anybody that we officially partner with, we'll definitely have listed on our BombChain website once that goes live in the next day or two. And we'll have a whole ecosystem of different dApps there that you can interact with and do all kinds of cool stuff with. Now, obviously, that's all on the DeFi side. We still obviously have our staking through the mobile app with our referrals and everything else, and that's all working great. We're just like mentioned numerous times, we're just waiting for Apple to approve before we can really push marketing on that.
Yeah, so I can jump in on marketing, not just for that, but just general update. So I know if you read the Bombshell, you'll see we've got a cool opportunity tomorrow with Binance Live. We're going to be doing an AMA on Binance Live. That's going to be really cool. We're going to have Rob, Aaron, and Kev from Anchor, if you were here when he was on with us, a really big proponent of Bomb, loves working with us, and we love working with them. So it's going to be a great partnership, and showing that to the Binance Live audience is going to be an amazing opportunity for us. But with regards to the Apple, and we've been saying this for a couple of weeks now, we don't really want to push all that marketing until it's available for iOS. But again, at the same time, we just had a discussion, we don't want it also lose momentum as we've launched. So we don't want to just hold off on everything. So what we've done is we've put a date for next Monday, which is the January 23rd. And so if Apple hasn't approved our app by then, we are going to start doing Android only marketing. So there's some things that will make sense where we can still start the marketing towards it. It's not ideal, but we don't want to wait a month without marketing the app where we've got so many opportunities with this app. So there will be some things where we can start targeting Android specific devices. Those kinds of ads will work. Of course, again, when it comes to their referring, they won't be able to refer their friends out of iOS. So it's not ideal, but again, we're going to get Android users on there. So we are going to start with some advertising on January 23rd, regardless of the Apple status. But certain things like, our press release with Anchor, we obviously want everything to be live before we do something big like that. And there's a bunch of things where we just really want to have everything launched before. But January 23rd, we do have a contingency plan. If Apple does not approve by then, we will start promoting just on Android. So it's going to be an exciting time regardless.
Well, and just to add to that, if you're on Android and you do have friends that are on iOS, you can still pass around your referral code. I mean, that code will still work once they can get the iOS app. They just won't be able to jump in until the app's approved, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can definitely still spread your referral code around. So.
Exactly.
And again, for anyone not familiar, it's a very, very lucrative referral program. So it's when you refer someone and they use your referral code, they just need to make a stake position of a minimum of $100, worth of BTC. That's what we support right now. And both of you will get a $50 BTC stake. And actually with BTC's price increase, I think it's more like 55 or 60 now that you get, which we'll be adjusting that as, the price makes big moves, but hasn't moved quite enough for us to need to adjust it down yet. But it is a little bit higher than $50 that you'd be getting right now.
That is a lucky number. Yeah. I referred somebody on day one. And so my $50 stake plus the APR that you get with your referral stake, I think it's at like $61 an hour or something, because BTC also pumped.
Yeah. I think mine was like 63 last I looked. Yeah. Somewhere around there.
So it's pretty cool because it's not just a $50 referral bonus. You're actually getting Bitcoin. And, a lot of people think that, not right away, but in the next 6 to 12 months, the bull run is going to see Bitcoin at 100K. There's a lot of analysts that think something like that. So
Well,
5 timing any referral bonus you get now. Pretty exciting.
Just for someone to punch in your referral code when they sign up to make money themselves. pretty easy money. And actually, speaking of that, I think we've discussed this, but we'll show it again. Which is the article that shows the numbers for the referral?
That one right there. But
Oh, right here, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can see with just, doing 10 referrals. Oh, wait, I got to put that in. Yep. Just if Bitcoin doubles in value, and you do 10 referrals and you get a free $1,000, right? Like that's just in US dollars. It's crazy, right? You refer 50 people, which a lot of people, know enough people that wouldn't be that difficult to refer 50. I mean, that's over $5,000. And that's assuming just a Bitcoin doubling in value, which a lot of us expect it to go a lot further than that. Well, which we have in this example here. For example, 100,000, your 50 referrals would be 13,400.
it's crazy.
And then, of course, you could compound that and you could earn even more on that after the 6 months is up on that bonus stake position. So it's really you could basically build yourself a retirement essentially just from doing some referrals and compounding and, letting this bull run play out.
That's my plan.
Awesome. Anybody have any questions about any aspect of the app or bomb swap or the vaults or
the roadmap?
Let's pop back over to the roadmap.
Yeah, and I think some people got pretty excited on one of the latest additions to the roadmap.
This guy.
Yeah, the bomb credit card is really exciting.
Okay, it's not on this roadmap yet.
No.
But
We did have one of the articles. There's actually a render potential one. Looks gorgeous. I want one.
Oh man, I need that thing right now.
Yeah, and I want a diamond tier, and I want to be part of it. So,
What Simon's talking about is one of the things we're going to add into the app is a rewards tier system where you can lock certain amounts of bomb, and that will give you different tiers of a reward system. And it's going to be a completely different app experience. So there'll be certain aspects that you can only get if you're a diamond tier member. But one of the big things is going to be that you'll have higher APRs on your stake positions, depending on how much bomb you have locked. So again, the use cases for bomb just keep adding up. But one of the really cool things that has me excited, and I aped into the crypto.com credit card because of this, but I picture the same thing happening to when the bomb card comes out, because it's going to be an amazing way to off ramp some of the stuff, some of the stake positions you have within the app. So we're going to set up a tier, maybe diamond tier, just in honor of diamond, but certain tiers will be the first to get the bomb Visa card or bomb credit card. Not sure which one yet, but that's going to be a really cool opportunity as well. And you're going to have to stake certain amounts of bomb to get into those tiers.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I've been looking into potentially being able to use our own fiat on ramper to potentially buy into those different tiers, like to be able to buy bomb directly. So that's something we're doing early research on that right now. So that's not far from finalized, but yeah, just being able to for a low fee, being able to use like a credit card just to buy bomb directly, which would then obviously result in a bomb buy on BSC. So
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
That'd be awesome, because I know that's one of the things, especially where folks struggle with. And I mean, the app, they won't even need to know about bomb. They're just going to be buying Bitcoin and staking it. But one of the cool things, if you do kind of want to get involved with bomb, but you're not really sure how to, fiat on ramps, perfect solution for that.
Yeah. So right now with our fiat on ramp on the app, you can buy Bitcoin and that will land on bomb chain. But we're definitely going to be expanding that very soon. Already BUSD can be bridged over, so we already have everything in place to basically have the on-ramp handle BUSD, because that basically works very similar to if you do a transfer to your deposit address, you use the same system. So we'll be adding BUSD to the on-ramp soon. And like I said, I'm really looking for a way that we can get a bomb on-ramp with a very low fee going. So look out for that. I'll be posting updates about that if I make any developments there.
Awesome.
Just got to be careful though, because traditional on ramps, they're not very crypto friendly. So it's got to be a little bit careful about how we go about doing that if we're able to. Don't want to get merchant accounts shut down. So
I'm sure Rob will help us out with that, with the correct wording and all that.
yep. It's probably gonna have to be something like you're buying like a bomb, like diamond tier membership or like a silver membership, and then like as a side thing, that's what you're mainly buying, but you're getting the bomb stake position as a bonus for the purchase. So you're not buying the bomb directly, and that's probably how we can get around that. But we'll definitely do a lot more research into that before we deploy anything like that.
Perfect.
Cool.
Well, I think that's mostly what we were looking to cover today. And so just a reminder for anybody, you can check out Binance Live. They have a whole streaming section. And so we'll be there tomorrow. We'll definitely post links on social if you want to come and check it out. So it's going to be Bomb Money with Anchor on Binance Live tomorrow.
So yeah, Binance.com, and then you can just see where I click there, just right in here.
Binance Live.
Yeah, that'll be fun. And then, as always, do check out our Twitter Spaces on Friday, and make sure you like and follow us and keep spreading the word. I know some of you are waiting to get your referral code to spread the word, but you can always help us out on social as well.
Definitely. Bomb card Q2. It's a little ambitious there, sir.
Initially, we said Q4, and that's it's a bit harder to get this thing go quicker than with the mobile app. We also said Q4, and it's already out. But I don't foresee the same thing happening for the credit card, but we will try. We'll get it as soon as possible.
Never know.
Absolutely.
We have a tendency to get things done quick.
Blockchain is a big endeavor, and we got that way ahead of schedule as well.
Yep.
Right.
All right. Well, maybe let's give it 30 seconds for any last questions or comments. And I know I've got a lot of work to do. So ready to dive in. I'm waiting for Bomb Swap to hit $10 next time I check.
Yeah.
Question came in.
Okay. Nice question. So the question is there a way to see/track how much TVL is going through the app? I'd be interested in watching that number grow as the app is used more. So excellent question. And I got a great answer for you. I'm actually, the main thing that I'm working on right now is actually a dashboard that's going to serve two purposes. It basically pulls data from a couple different sources, largely our database that tracks, basically everything that's going on BombChain. And firstly, I'm going to be building that for internal use so that we can see the health of all the different assets, what deposits have been received, how much has been staked, how much has been deployed. Just being able to see an overview of everything, right? And that's kind of why we only started with just Bitcoin for the staking and depositing, even though depositing's kind of been expanded to BUSD, because we need to get all these things set up and working perfectly so that we can see everything at a glance. Because we can't, with one crypto, it's easy to just kind of eyeball and look what's going on. But when we're gonna have 10, 15 cryptos, we need to be able to have at a glance a dashboard to see everything. And so to answer your question, we're also going to be building a separate dashboard that's for public use so that you can see that, if we have, 50 Bitcoin on BombChain, you can see that we've received 50 Bitcoin in deposits, and those are, in holding, that they're one-to-one backed. That's, a lot of the reason that we are doing everything on BombChain on a public blockchain is that we can show these things. So the dashboard will give you the hard stats, and then you'll have, you'll be able to have links to actually go verify the assets are where we say they are. So, yeah, and you'll be able to see TVL grow. You'll be able to see all that cool stuff.
Nice little charts and everything.
Yep.
Yeah, JD Pascu actually jumped ahead because that was going to be mentioned in next week's Bombshell Monday. One of the topics was to talk about the public reporting that we're going to have showing off all the assets from the app. So, yeah, it
shows how smart the community is. They're just asking all the right questions.
Exactly. And and we know it's very important for the community. It's very important for us, as Aaron said. So one of the big features of BombChain in the app is transparency, as you said. So that is a huge thing. And I know Rob's been saying since day one, like, unless we have internal reporting like this, he can't sleep at night. So it's very nice that everything's laid out in a nice dashboard. Said these are funds coming in, funds coming out. It's going to be awesome.
Yep. It's been a while since I've done these crazy SQL queries, but they're coming back to me. Well, that was a great question. So maybe I guess we conclude on that one if there's nothing else. And again, thanks for that question. That was a really good one.
Thanks, guys. So we'll see you guys on Friday for our Twitter Spaces.
Have a great day, everyone.
Everybody.